Standing up for yourself is not something a lot of us do. We lack the confidence to stand and speak up when being treated wrongly. We fear that we will cut relationships, so it's better not to say anything and keep quiet. I empathize with you, it's not easy. I remember when I was going through school, I got bullied a lot because I could not speak a word of English. People labeled me as weird and I did not fit in because the way I thought about things and processed life was different than most. It was difficult and painful to go through. So in this video, I want to share the steps I learned and have done in how I stood up for myself and how you can use this in your own life. The first step I learned is to face your fear. I was that person that did everything that was asked of to fit in society, to please my family. I did my school, went to university, got a job in the corporate world. Now I'm a success, right? Not really, and it did not feel like that at all. Something deep inside me said, this is not you, this is not your path. I went through a lot of deep thoughts and reflection about my journey. I then asked myself, what is stopping me from standing up for myself and what I believe in? It was the fear of disappointing my family. It was the fear of bringing shame to them. It was the fear of not following what society would deem as normal. The fear was stopping me from standing up for myself. But when I started to look at what I wanted for my life and how I wanted to live my life, am I okay living the rest of my life based on someone else's opinions and views, or living the rest of my life based on my terms, knowing that this is my path, my journey that I have to go on and take? The honest answer was I could not live someone else's life. I had to do me and believe in myself, knowing that my journey would take me to places so long as I stayed dedicated and relentless at what I do. Knowing this gave me the courage to stand up to my family and friends, letting them know that I will be leaving the corporate world to go and start up my own entrepreneurship journey. They of course did not like it one bit, but I had the confidence in myself and belief that I will make sure this works. This was me facing my fears and standing up for myself. If you are afraid of standing up because of the consequences it could bring, remember this: your soul is trying to tell you something. Do you want to live a life where you have a true purpose, you feel fulfilled, waking up every day, you feel excited, you are ready to tackle life's challenges because this is what moves you, this is what makes you feel like you are going to do something with your life, you are going to achieve something true to your heart, to what your soul is telling you? Or do you want to live a life where you are miserable, you don't like what you're doing, you are like a robot, like a zombie, and you're just being told what to do, even though you know in your heart of your heart that this is not for you, this is not the path that you should be taking, but you are doing it because you want to please your family, society, and make sure that you fit in? Which path do you want to take? The choices that you will make would define how your life would turn out. In the end, only you can make that choice, no one else. The second step I learned is knowing what my values and principles are. The way I look at values and principles is, what kind of person do I want to become? Who do I want to be? This is extremely important. The person you want to become will help you define what your values and principles are. When I started my entrepreneurship journey, I had to put a lot of time and consistent hard work for many months and years to making it work. This of course had a huge impact on my social life because my time and effort was solely focused on the business to making sure that it becomes profitable. But in life, nothing comes easy and you have to sacrifice some aspects of your life to get what you want. But in that was one of my principles, which was to work consistently hard and making sure that I leave no stones unturned. I give it 100% no matter what. This helped me in other forms of my life, like being consistent with the gym even on the days I don't feel like going. I had a vision of the person that I wanted to be, and in that my values and principles morphed to be that person, and I started to live like that person. This rubbed a lot of people the wrong way, but because I was very clear of the person that I wanted to be, my values and principles aligned to that. I tell you this from experience: when you know the person that you want to become and the impact that you want to make, the level of confidence and courage it gives you to stand up against all the people that don't believe in your idea, that don't believe in your vision, and are trying to bring you down is on another level. Your level of confidence and the person that you become in standing up to your values and principles because you know this is the vision that you want for your life is just over the roof, and the people around you will look at you and be like, whoa, this person knows exactly what he wants and he's going to go after it. Anything I say is really not going to bring him down because he's so clear and so tunnel vision in what he wants to do that he's just going to go for it. People will recognize that, people will feel that, but you've got to know and you've got to make sure that you know within yourself the person that you want to become and what your values and principles are. So if you want to figure out what your values and principles are, think of it in the lenses of what kind of person do you want to become? What kind of impact do you want to leave on this earth? When people talk about you, what do you want them to say about you? How do you want them to describe you to someone else? Once you know that, your values and principles will align to be that person that you want to become. It's as simple as that. The third lesson I learned is to be assertive. If you you want to stand up for yourself, you need to learn and know when to be assertive so people don't run you over. There was a time when I was negotiating a contract for a commercial office space where I had to go and meet the agent and his right-hand man, and the meeting went for about an hour. And in that meeting, I brought him up the clauses in that contract that I was not comfortable with or happy about. Now, when I brought these issues up to him, he said, look, we cannot change anything in this contract. This has been a contract that has been like this for the past 10 years. There's nothing we can do. And I said, okay, cool, I understand. Let me ask you a question. What does this clause actually mean? Can you just explain to me what this clause means? If something was to happen, who bears the responsibility? Because when I read these clauses, this is what I was telling him, it's very vague. It's very wishy-washy. There is no fine line detail of who actually takes the responsibility. Now, when I was asking him these questions, he came back and said, look, I actually don't have the answer to this. I have to come back to you. And he said, I'm actually very impressed the way you're asking these questions, because no one has asked the questions in the detail that you asked. You've clearly done your homework. And as he's saying this, I can feel the respect that he's giving me. I can feel that he is seeing me as someone who knows what he wants. And that's exactly the person that I was when I was in that meeting. I knew what I wanted, and I see these clauses that are making me feel uncomfortable. I'm going to question it. This is me standing up for what I believe in and what I want. I was very, very prepared and ready to walk out of that negotiation if things were not going to go the way I wanted. I was absolutely at peace with that. But he was able to see that. He was able to sense that, okay, he's asking me all these questions. He's definitely done his homework. I need to step up my game. And you know what happened in the end? He said, okay, Vidush, you tell me what you want to change in the contract. You tell me the things that you want, and we see if we can get it done. Do you see how powerful that is? Can you see the difference? I didn't go in that negotiation saying, okay, yes, no worries, I'll sign this because I was fearful or I didn't want to stand up to myself. I knew what I wanted. I was assertive. I said, okay, these are my conditions, and if my conditions are not met, I will not sign the contract and I will walk away. And that was me being assertive. And when you're assertive in that manner, people will respect you. The people in that meeting, they were able to see, and they eventually even agreed with me saying, yeah, you know what, Vidush, you're right. That actually makes sense. When you know what you want and you do it in an honest, authentic, genuine way, the people around you will like your energy. They want to be around you. They respect you because they see that you don't go like this. They see you go straight. You know what you want. You know your vision. You know your goal, and you are also assertive, and you are not afraid of standing up for yourself. The fourth lesson I learned is to be prepared. Look, no matter what you do in life, you are going to come across many people that are going to bring you down, and that is something that's not going to be in your control. But there is something that you can do. There is something that you can control, and that is how you respond to it. Having a plan and anticipating what they're going to say and do, so you're ready to tackle it when that time comes. Because even though you are on your journey, you are on your path wanting to achieve that vision and that dream that you have for yourself, you are still going to have people that are going to try and push you off that path and bring you down. You are tunnel vision. You know what you want. You know the person that you want to become. And when that comes from within you, the level of confidence that you have for yourself, the level of courage that you have for yourself is going to be on another level, so that those voices that do come, it's not going to have an impact on you, because you know what you want for your life. You know the person that you want to be, and you know that this is the path that you have to be on for you to be able to achieve that. When you're able to think that way and you're living as the person that you want to become, and you do this day in, day out, my days, the person that you are becoming is going to outweigh all those negative voices, all those people that are going to bring you down, and you're just going to keep going up. Everything starts from zero. When you're going to start? Peace.